Now we're going to do a little factoring as well when you're given a word problem and it talks about the height of a thrown object. So let's say you had a ball that was being thrown from a certain distance and you're given an expression that looks like this. You have h of t equals negative 16t squared plus 64t. Now you have all this information, and then later on they'll tell you that t is, let's say, 1 second. Okay, t stands for seconds, it's time. So then you'll use that later on. But first thing, we want to factor. We're going to do the same thing we've been doing before. So we're going to take this one expression, so ignore this for now. And you're going to take this one expression, we're going to factor out that negative. And then find what 16 and 64 have in common. Now, remember what I told you, your common factor will never be bigger than the smallest number in the problem. The smallest number is 16. So then you ask yourself, okay, does 16 go into 16? Yes. Does 16 also go into 64? Yes, it does. So then you know that this number is common for both. So we can use 16. Because we know it's not going to be a bigger number than 16. Because it can't be. So then 16. And then what do they have in common? They also have t in common. Now we have a t squared and a regular t to the first. So then we have that t to the first. Remember, you always choose the smallest exponent. So now we can factor. So we have negative 16t. So what we're missing from the first part, just another t to make that t squared. Then to make that positive, we need a negative. Negative times negative gives you positive back. Okay? Then 16 times something gives you 64. I go through my multiplication, I figure that out. 16 goes into 64 4 times. Do I need another t? No. So now I factored it out. So then my h of t has been factored. Now, when t is 1 second, I need to solve for that now. So I got to find out what it's going to equal. So now I say, when t is 1 second, I say negative 16 times 1 times 1 minus 4. So that I do this out. So this is negative 16. And then 1 minus 4, that's negative 3. So negative 16 times 3, multiply that out. So then you got 18, carry the 1. And 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Negative times negative is positive. So we know that h of 1 is 48. So we know the value for it. The height of the object is 48. So then we factor. And then next, we solve when given a value for t. So then you would have 2 things to do for this. So you would have to factor. And then when given the value or the seconds, you solve. Okay, you just substitute in for t. Okay? So that's when you get a height problem.